Hi comrades, yours Kayveeyes. Today I want to discuss about the Unified Pension Scheme, which was approved by the Government of India on 24/8/2024. Since I am of the very firm opinion that the Unified Pension Scheme will not satisfy the demand of the central government employees, and only demand is the restoration of old pension scheme and scrapping of new pension scheme. This cannot be an alternate for the demand of restoration of old pension scheme. Unified pension scheme, but at the same time, it is an advancement while comparing the national pension scheme. However, whatever be the benefits we are going to get by the unified pension scheme, we should strive hard to get back the old pension scheme and mitigate the genuine demands of the central government employees by the restoration of old pension scheme. This is my firm opinion. Let us discuss about the scheme now. As per the Unified Pension Scheme approved by the government on 24/8/2024, the assured pension will be 50% of the average paid run over the last 12 months to those having 25 years of qualified service. This is not as per the last paid run. This is as per the average of last 12 months assured pension, that will be 50% of the pay which has been granted to the central government employees under the NPS. Assured family pension will also be available under the Unified Pension Scheme, and it will be 60% of the pension immediately after the demise of the employee or family pensioner. The minimum pension will be rupees 10,000 per month after minimum of 10 years of service. If there is no minimum of 10 years service, there will be no pension. Lump sum payment in addition to gratuity, that will be 1/10 of the monthly emoluments for every completed 6 months of service. That means for 1 year, 2/10 of the monthly emoluments will be granted as a lump sum payment in addition to the gratuity. There will be no minimum pension to those retiring within 10 years of service on superannuation. This is in lieu of commutation of pension, and this payment will not reduce the quantum of assured pension, and there will be no commutation of the pension. The employee's contribution to NPS, that will continue as 10% to those wish to remain under the NPS, and the government contribution is increased from 14% to 18.5%. This will be given effect from 1/4/2025. Under the Unified Pension Scheme, the pension corpus would be divided into two parts. The first 10% of the employee and the government will be invested as per the choice of the employee. The second part of the 8.5%, that will be pooled and invested separately. It will be made good for the shortfall of annuity for the assured pension. If the corpus generates higher than the assured annuity, the employees will be entitled to such higher annuity. As per the assured pension, the employees with 20 years of service will get 40%, and for 10 years will get only 20%. It is definitely ensure the minimum pension and advancement of the pension system, no doubt. But at the same time, the employee's contribution should be stopped and it should not be continued. The provision of general provident fund should also be introduced again. The minimum service of 25 years for full assured pension should be reduced to 10 years, as if the government employees they are entitled. For voluntary retirement, The minimum service should be as 20 years and they should be given the full pension, that is 50% of the last pay. For the superannuation, the minimum service of 10 years should not be insisted. The minimum pension of rupees 10,000 should also be declared for the family pension, since there is no mention about the minimum of the family pension in the press memo. Additional pension as available to the pensioner should also be applied under the UPS scheme also. The commutation facilities should also be introduced under the NPS. There is no mention about the implementation of the unified pension scheme as well as the minimum pension to those already retired under the NPS. And it was seen in one press that this will be applicable for the existing NPS pensioner. But nothing was figured in the press memo released by the Government of India. It should be enhanced to the existing NPS pensioners. That is the need of the hour. In short, I can say in the Department of Post, the promotional avenues are provided to the Gramin Dak Savak, that is a holder of civil post but outside the civil post. A predominant nomenclature. The Gramin Dak Savak, they may be getting their promotion even after completion of 50 years as MTS or postman. But they will not be entitled to pension as per these orders. Less than 10 years, there are many people are there in the Department of Post. Even for instance, as on today, I could say more than hundreds of retired NPS pensioners, they are not getting the annuity to the extent of 1,500 to 2,000 rupees per month. It will be a boost for them, undoubtedly. It is a very clear-cut benefit for them. If the minimum pension of 10,000 rupees is granted, the departmental officials who came from the Gramin Dak Savak, they will be benefited much because of this unified pension scheme. The minimum pension has been guaranteed, so their life, they can lead the life at least to some extent. This is a benefit. But at the same time, it cannot be compared with the old pension scheme and also the other facilities available as per the CCS pension rules. Our ultimate aim should be the restoration of old pension scheme. Even though we are accepting the unified pension scheme at this juncture. But it cannot be used to scuttle the major demand of the restoration of old pension scheme. The JCM staff side, and particularly the leader staff side, secretary staff side, they welcomed this UPS scheme, whereas the AIDEF boycotted the meeting as well as decided to intensify the struggle for restoration of OPS. The JCM staff side should not leave this demand. It should continue to fight, even though the JCM staff side secretary has met the Prime Minister and he congratulated the Prime Minister and whatever it may be, let it be. And also he welcomed the unified pension scheme, everything all right. But at the same time, you should not give up the demand of the restoration of old pension scheme. That is the wish of each and every NPS entitled, and this is the need of the hour. So I am requesting the leadership that they should carry forward the struggle for the restoration of old pension scheme at the time of accepting the unified pension scheme. Because this is also having some benefits to the employees covered under the NPS. No doubt, we have to say that also. So however, we should continue our fight. With this, I am concluding. Thank you very much, comrades. Meet again.